If you're trying to learn about the new Apple TV, well then this video is going to be for you. I'm also going to compare the old Apple TV to the new Apple TV, and we're going to find out which one is going to be best for you guys. So right off the bat, this one here costs around $80 something. This one here is about $150 to $200. The more expensive models just give you more storage. So if you're an enthusiast and you want to save a lot of apps and a lot of games, you want to get the more expensive 64 gigabyte model as opposed to the 32 gigabyte model. Let's take a look inside the boxes to see what makes these things tick.
And I'm going to be able to give you a lot of pretty good reasons as to why you should pick the new one as opposed to the old one. So let's get to it and pop these boxes open. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that the new one has all the latest technologies. It's going to be faster. It's going to run smoother. Everything is just going to be a lot nicer when you're using it. When we take off the plastic wrap here, we're going to see that the old one has the optical audio out, which is a different audio system, and then it also has the micro USB, which thrown out for the new micro USB, which is USB-C. So essentially, they're both pretty much the same, but one just has newer technologies. Where the new Apple TV shines is in the new remote. The new remote has a built-in glass trackpad that's really nice, a microphone, and it uses a lightning cord to charge, which I think is absolutely great. I think that was one of the smartest additions they could have done to simplify the usage of the Apple TV. With a built-in mic, you can search for anything you want, music, movies, anything you want, which is awesome. The power cord's the same, and for the new Apple TV, you do get that lightning connector to charge the remote. The Apple TV is a finger magnet, so be sure to clean it off every now and then. So here's my current setup, guys. I got a 55-inch Vizio connected to my Surface Pro 2, and I have a TV cart, so I can move my TV around. Once you get the power and the HDMI connected, you're good to go. Let's go ahead and get this baby set up. When you first launch your Apple TV, it's going to default to the screensaver if you don't do anything for a while. The screensavers are automatically uploaded every month, and they're different type of scenery that can be changed. We can see the remote in action during setup. It was actually really nice to set up the system with the trackpad. I felt like it was very intuitive, it was very fast and clean. It's much more interactive. The images are bigger. You can click on the cast or the crew, and you can find all the movies they've been in. You can look at reviews of the movies. Everything's just so much more interactive. Here you have the old Apple TV. It's very cluttered. One of the things I noticed about the old Apple TV is that it's really kind of slow and just not as intuitive. The new Apple TV has an app store, which allows you to download any types of apps you want. You can even view photos straight from iCloud. Personally, I really love this feature because I don't always want to just have to show people my photos on my phone. I want to actually show them on the big screen. And here you can see some cute puppies that our family took. On the old Apple TV, the photos don't load nearly as fast and they're not as nice to view. So again, you're getting a much nicer experience on the new Apple TV, but you're going to pay for it. As you can see, it's just a much slower system. When I tried to access Netflix, it took a good deal of time, and this was not the first time I was accessing it. So everything just seems to be a lot slower and not as intuitive on the old Apple TV. When you access the App Store, you can get any type of app that you want. It's almost like being on your cell phone. So Apple's built a whole ecosystem around the idea of Apple TV OS, and it's a really great system because you can get any apps you want. I mean, even Pokemon TV. Pretty awesome stuff. Let's take a look at this.
We're going to an electric type celebration. It's Zapdos Festival.
Let's talk about gaming on the Apple TV. So gaming on the Apple TV is still in its infancy. Not a lot of developers have switched to the Apple TV quite yet. What I can tell you though is that I do see a lot of potential, especially in the graphics department, because the graphics are actually really close to PlayStation 3-like graphics. Everything runs quick, it's smooth. Personally, I loved using the remote and the trackpad on there. I thought it was a really innovative way to create a streaming box. No other stream boxes have this right now. You're not going to see this on the Roku TV. You're not going to see this type of interaction on the old Apple TVs either. So I definitely encourage you guys to go to the Apple Store or check out somebody who has one of these. Let's take a look at Real Racing 3. This game really demonstrates how nice the graphics can get in a driving game. It's actually quite impressive. It literally looks like PlayStation 3-like graphics, and some things even look better. This was my first time playing, and it was multiplayer, and I actually got first, which was pretty awesome. Astral Duel is made by indie developers. It's a game where you fly around and you shoot other players, and essentially you can only get shot twice. Once you get shot once, you're just a little dude floating around. You get shot twice, your guy dies, and then you restart. So it's basically a deathmatch game. I was actually pretty impressed. It was one of the first indie games I downloaded, and it actually ran pretty good. It was actually fairly fun. AG Drive reminds me a lot of F-Zero X, like on the Nintendo 64, and it's very similar to Wipeout in feel. My first round, again, it was multiplayer. I was really excited because I actually liked the way the game looked, and I liked the way it played. It was very interesting to see myself playing console-like games, but not on an actual gaming console per se. Keep in mind though, the games they're a lot more simple, so they're not going to be like an actual, like PlayStation 3 for instance, but it is a lot more appealing for casual gamers, I'll tell you that.
Okay, so after looking at both of the Apple TVs, I can tell you certainly that I think the new Apple TV is the way you want to go. That's because it comes with that new remote, which is substantially better. It's nicer to use. It's got a built-in microphone, the trackpad. On the new Apple TV, you have the App Store. You have a much faster CPU. It's going to last longer. It's going to get all the latest updates. If you're really just trying to stream Netflix, get the old Apple TV. If you're just starting out and you don't want anything too complex and just want the most basics, the old Apple TV is going to suffice. But if you want to enter the new century and have the latest technology, grab the new Apple TV. I think you won't regret it. Hands down, the one simple thing that they improved on the new Apple TV was the remote. I think the remote alone is enough to pay the extra because you're going to save time and money not looking for batteries and how to charge this thing. The scroll pad is just so much easier to use. It is just a pleasure to use. Now, it's not to say that the old Apple TV remote is bad. It's just not nearly as advanced. It feels a bit dated, but of course it's simple, so it does get a job done as well. So if you want something that's more simple, you might want to go with this one, but if you want something that's just overall better, I think the new Apple TV remote is definitely the winner here. Thank you for watching. If you watched this far, probably somebody who likes these types of videos, and I highly encourage that you subscribe because I do like to reply to your guys' comments and help you guys decide on what the best thing to buy is. So take a look at the channel and let me know if there's anything I can do to improve this video or the channel. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Cheers.
Give this guy some subs. He's actually trying to make YouTube videos. So he's trying to make videos for you guys. So give this guy a chance.
I hope you check out my YouTube channel, and the link will be in the description. I do reviews, how-tos. They're really fun. I just enjoy doing it, and I bet you'll enjoy watching my videos. So go check out my channel.